Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that way you will be notified whenever I post. I post beauty videos every Monday and Friday. In today's video, I show you how, my thoughts on my February Ipsy bag, and I use the products. That is how I completed some of my face products. Why are words so hard for me? But I used them in the video to show you my initial thoughts. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Anyway, if you like this video or if you also struggle with words, apparently, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and that really helps me out, so I would appreciate it. If you want to see my thoughts on my February Ipsy bag, make sure you keep on watching. So as you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be about the February Ipsy bag reveal and review as well. This is what the bag looks like this month. I mean, obviously it's Valentine's themed. The first thing that I'm going to be using, first before we get into this, if you like this eyeshadow look, which I mean I do, you can check out, I will link it down below. It's actually the Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, my everyday makeup routine that I just posted on Monday. I will leave that linked in the description box below. You should check that out. I think it's really, really pretty. I really like it. So as you can see, I already have my eye makeup done, and then I also have my foundation on, because that, was not included in today's bag. But I did actually get a concealer that I'm going to try out, and I really hope that the concealer shade matches, or that it looks decently and doesn't mess up my makeup, because I'm planning on taking an Instagram picture after this, so hopefully that goes okay. Anyway, also, you should follow me on Instagram. I will leave the handle somewhere in this video, and also I will leave it linked down below as well. I post beauty inspiration and also, tell you about my day-to-day and my stories and all other good stuff. It's a fun time, so you should, join me over there as well. So the concealer is a shade Light, and this is an illuminating concealer by the brand Koki, which I believe is a Korean brand. Don't get mad at me if I am wrong about that, but I think that it is. Normally illuminating I wouldn't necessarily be drawn to, because I do have oily skin, but since this is for my under eye area and I actually do have dark circles, like not putting concealer on underneath my eyes before filming this video, I had to really watch myself and make sure that I didn't, because I like my under eyes to look as bright as possible. But if it does go horribly wrong, and then we do have Tarte Shape Tape here to save the day, so there's all that. But anyway, so I'm just gonna do one eye, because obviously I don't want to mess up both eyes if it doesn't work out well. I guess I'll kind of swatch that, because I haven't even tried this out or anything like that. It does seem pretty liquidy initially. Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit thicker, which I'm fine with because it covers up my dark circles, but I will see. I'm just used to that applicator and everything like that, but we'll see how this applies. I'll give it a chance. And I'm just going to blend this in with this brush. Now normally I do my mascara after my concealer, so this is a little tricky, but it's fine. And I would say that's actually a pretty good match. Like initially, I'm not mad at it. Obviously this is just my first impressions, and I would need to try this some more, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. I think it does actually do a pretty good job at, filling in, or covering up rather, those dark circles. Also, I am kind of getting over being sick, so if I sound a little sick in the video, that is why. So yeah, as I said, I think that's actually a pretty good match. I mean, I do have very fair skin, so I would, say the shade Light, if you have similar skin tones to me, it should match you pretty well, or might match you pretty well. I will use this some more and maybe update you guys in the future on what I think about it. But initially, I don't hate it, but I really, really like the Tarte Shape Tape, so it would take a lot to sway me from using that. But as I said, I think that the match is pretty good. So the next thing that I have to talk about is this Feburary brush. It is the brush, specifically the one is 50F, and I really like this. I actually got a Feburary brush a couple months ago. I don't think I got one last month, but I think it was a couple months ago. But so it's really flimsy, but the one thing that I have to say about this is I really like using my Sigma powder brush. This is the F20 to apply powder, so I don't know if I would necessarily need another powder brush, but I mean, obviously they are for sure different. Like this one is, bigger and all the other stuff. I read the little card, which I do like that it comes with a card now. It says that you can use it to apply blush or bronzer or powder, and I just don't know, especially bronzer, this is so flimsy. I don't know if you can, yeah, I think you can kind of see, this is so flimsy, I don't know how you would apply bronzer with that. You might be able to apply blush with it, which is what I think I'm going to try to do. And if that goes horribly wrong, I will use this for powder in the future. But I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Powder. As you can see, I'm almost out of this one. So you should see that in my next empties bag, I would say. Not empties bag, empties video review. Going to go ahead and do my bronzer really quick. This is just Hoola bronzer. I've applied bronzers on videos before, so I'll probably just speed through this. I need to get a better mirror to apply this with because I'm always not scared, but I'm always kind of a little concerned about how I am applying makeup on camera because I mean, obviously I want to do like at least a decent job. And I feel like the camera's, not the camera, the mirror is too small, so I kind of need to get a better mirror so that I can actually see what I'm doing a little bit better. Anyway, so next up, as I said, I'm going to attempt applying blush with this shade. I'm going to use the shade Party from Tarte. I've used this in several videos, and just attempt to apply blush. This actually might not be horrible for blush. Like, it's like kind of obviously a lighter application because it is a looser brush. Like, the fibers are not as dense. But I think this is actually a pretty application. I'll probably use this in the future. And the brush is very soft as well, so that's nice. So the next thing I have to mention is this Seraphine. I've already kind of opened up the box. This is a highlighter, and I've already swatched this, and it did look pretty, but it is like a pink undertone. The shade is, so the card says that it's in Daisy and Pearl, so I'm not sure if that means that you might receive Daisy or Pearl, or if the shade name is Daisy and Pearl, but regardless, it's this highlighter. This is the shade, what it looks like in the pan. And if you're like me, you're a little skeptical of how this could be a highlighter, at least on my skin tones, because it does look a little too dark maybe, but actually whenever you swatch it, it is kind of pinky. I mean, whenever I swatched it, or actually this might also be too dark, so this could actually end up badly, but we'll see. I'm just going to use this fan brush, which is a very like light application brush, so maybe it won't be horrible. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad if you lightly apply it. And then I'm just going to apply a little bit on my nose. I mean, I will say that like the highlighting factor, like how it stands out and that kind of thing, it does look nice, but it just might be a little like not necessarily the shade that I would normally go for. So the fourth product that I'm going to mention, I meant to use this before I applied my makeup today, but then I forgot and I already had my moisturizer on, but I actually received the Pixi Glow Tonic, which I was really excited to receive this because I'm definitely interested in trying this. This is an exfoliating toner. I am excited to try this out, so I will update you guys on what I think about that in the future. And Pixi is a good brand as well, so I was definitely excited to get that. So lastly, I got another lip product, which if you've seen my lipstick declutter, I will link that down below if you haven't already. I do have kind of a lot of lip products, but I'm not bad about it. I like the options and all the other good stuff apparently. Anyway, this is a lip color by the brand Luritzy, and this is in the shade Tidal. I will swatch this for you guys because I actually brought a few lip liners, ooh, super pretty, as an option because I'm not sure which one, because I normally do line my lips, I'm just not sure which one I want to use for this lip liner. So I brought Urban Decay in the shade Rush, which actually looks like it would be a pretty good match. But I also brought 1993, which I think might be too brown, at least for what I'm looking for today. But if you did mix those two colors, like it just depends on what look like you want, it would just make it look a little darker, obviously. And then I also have the lip liner in the shade Blackmail, which is very dark, as you can see. Let me think about this for a second. I think I want to start with the shade Blackmail and see how that looks with the liquid lipstick. I'm gonna take a Valentine's Day picture after this, but if it looks horrible, then we'll just wipe it off and use it with a different lip liner, and that way you can see what it looks like with two different lip liners. So I'm gonna start with Blackmail and line my lips and fill them in, and I'll be right back. I know it's kind of sloppy, but we're just gonna cover it up with the liquid lipstick anyway. that is beautiful. I was honestly like pretty sure, or not pretty sure, but I was thinking I was not gonna like this combination, and whenever I was first applying this, it actually did look, the liquid lipstick looked to be pretty sheer, so I was like, great, like this is not gonna look well together. But I think it kind of like when it dried down especially, like it looks really, really good together. I know I did apply it with a darker lip liner, so you can't necessarily see what like the true color would be, but I did swatch it here so you can see, I mean, that is still pretty, but I am filming this on Valentine's Day and I want to take an Instagram picture after this, so that's kind of why I went with this combination. But I think actually the brown lip liner, which is in the shade 1993, or the Rush lip liner in the shade, or the lip liner in the shade Rush, would both be good combinations for this liquid lipstick, just depending on how you wanted it to look. As I mentioned, I prefer to apply lip liners with my liquid lipsticks. That's just how I usually do that. But I think that I really, really like this combination. I think it's pretty. Really quick though, I meant to mention earlier, I'm thinking I'm going to unsubscribe from the Ipsy subscription, at least for March, because for one, I don't know, like I didn't dislike the products, but I've been using this for 2 years, so I'm kind of curious to try out Sephora Play or maybe another subscription box. If you guys have tried those out or have other recommendations, make sure you leave me your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm interested to try that out. Also, I'm getting the FabFitFun box, and I think that might be coming in March. So like, I kind of am trying to watch my money, but also I kind of just want to try something different. I'm really leaning towards Sephora Play, but also, as I mentioned, make sure you leave me your thoughts down below on the different subscriptions you have tried out. I'm curious to see what you think. So that completes today's look. Those are my 5 Ipsy products that I got. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that way you will get notified whenever I post. I post beauty videos every Monday and Friday. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.